Good evening and welcome to the Raw Feed, the show they don't want you to watch. I'm Gary Franchi. Tonight we're diving deep into the stories the mainstream media is desperately trying to bury. But before we get started, I want to remind you that this show is different. We're not just talking at you, we're talking with you. Our live chat is already buzzing right now, and throughout the show we'll be featuring your reactions, your insights, and your questions. You, the viewers, are the heartbeat of this program. Now here's something crucial. We need to share the stream. Text it. That's right. Text it to your friends and your family, anyone who needs to hear the truth. By doing this, you're not just spreading information, you're actively bypassing the algorithms designed to silence us. Remember, we're streaming live to YouTube, to millions worldwide. We're also on Rumble and X, so make sure you follow us on all of these platforms because you never know when the tech giants might try to shut us down. So tonight's show is explosive. We're going to dissect the aftermath of Tuesday night's debate debacle. Yes, we would have been here yesterday, but there was a crisis that we had to deal with, a family matter. So everything's okay. Everyone's fine. We just had to deal with it, and it was a rather exhausting experience. So don't worry. We're all good. But the debate it was a 3-on-1 ambush, right? We've got the inside scoop that'll make your blood boil. And then we're heading down back to Springfield, Ohio, a small American town in crisis, overrun by a migrant surge that is testing the limits of reality. The stories coming out of there, well, let's just say they're challenging everything that you thought you knew about the border crisis. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more bizarre, we've got earring gates. That's right. We're going to examine whether the Vice President of the United States was getting a little extra help during the debate. The evidence? Well, you will have to see it to believe it. And finally, we'll dive into the latest polls that have Democrats quaking in their boots. Yes, the Kamala campaign headquarters in panic mode. And Republicans, are they ready to pop the champagne? But remember, polls don't vote. People do. And that is where you come in. Now, it's time to level with you. This show, this platform, this fight for truth, it all comes at a cost. We urgently need your support to keep this operation running. There is a donation link in the description. Every dollar helps us stay on the air, stay independent, and keep bringing you the stories that they don't want told. So buckle up, America. It's time for the Raw Feed, and the truth starts now. And it's time to welcome you to the program. Sound off from where you are watching from in the chat room, your city, your state, your country, whatever you are comfortable with sharing. And, of course, we want to know. So it's like Nebraska smartphone or St. Louis on a smart TV, that kind of thing. It helps us really understand where you're watching from and how you're watching the program because this is a worldwide broadcast and it all begins with you. So let's see who is here tonight. We've got Greg in Indiana. We got David in Wisco. We got Christy in Texas. We got Shore U in the house as well. David is on a laptop in the UK. Be careful. The UK, man. Be careful what you type on the laptop. They might come for you next. We've got AZ Hawkeye in Iowa. We've got James in Michigan on his smartphone. Charlemagne in Missouri. Cindy in Pittsburgh. Italian tornado. I love it. Italian tornado. That's great. He's in Pennsylvania on his Android. We got Kai Lovely watching from Thailand. Wow. We've got our Boyd on South Carolina on his laptop. Gojo's in Florida. Paul's in Fort Worth, Texas. We got Richard in Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania, battleground state. Tanya, thank you. Yes, that is what we continue to do. Tell the truth here. Let's see. We've got Linda, who makes a point about the debate. The woman moderator was a sorority sister. That's a fact. Yes, it is. Watching from Buffalo is Mary on her cell phone. South Carolina, Lester's on his laptop. Snowball Jen. Fairborn, Ohio, 15 minutes from Springfield. Ooh. Keep your guard up over there. Let's go. Brandon's from California. We got Linda in Ohio. April in Virginia. Denise in New York on her smartphone. Tiffany is watching from Maryland on her iPhone. And Roscoe Treat is on the Galaxy smartphone. Right on. Great to have everybody here. Leon is here. Top Doge in the house. Make sure you check out his X and his new crypto. It is making headlines all over the country. Top Doge in the house. Love that guy. California. That's where he's watching from. John Galt is here. And we've got Boston, Massachusetts. Joseph is here. Wow, everybody's in the house. Pothead Kenny. What's up, Pothead Kenny? Oh, I love that name. He's on his in Kentucky on his big screen and his phone. So don't zoom in too much, okay? You don't need to see too much of this here. Okay. We've got a lot of news to get into. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we didn't do a show yesterday due to some situations that were happening that were out of my control that were rather exhausting. And so we've got a lot to digest from the debate on Tuesday. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? I think we shall. Ladies and gentlemen, what we witnessed on Tuesday night was not a debate. It was a 3-on-1 cage match, with the mainstream media tag teaming with Kamala Harris against Donald Trump. But here's the kicker. Trump not only held his own, he dominated. Despite ABC's best efforts to stack the deck, the American people saw through the charade. We're talking biased questions, selective fact-checking, and moderators who seemed more interested in debating Trump than moderating. It was a masterclass in media manipulation, and of course, it backfired spectacularly. And speaking of manipulation, let's talk about something that has been manipulated beyond recognition. I'm talking about our economy. Our national debt skyrocketed past $35 trillion. We're borrowing just to pay interest, digging ourselves deeper into a hole that seems bottomless. Meanwhile, gold has surged past $2,400 an ounce, folks. Smart money is fleeing paper promises for something tangible. If you've got funds sitting in a low-interest bank account or a 401k, it's time to call Global Gold Investments. They're offering their new 2024 Protect Your Wealth and Retirement Guide absolutely free. Call that number that you see on the screen, 888-700-4148. Mention Next News for VIP treatment. Remember, if you don't have gold, you don't have wealth. Okay, so a lot to digest. I'm not sure where to begin because I've got so much bookmarked from yesterday and, of course, today. I guess we could just start with the Dr. Phil bit. It's about 2 minutes. This came in just a few hours ago. Let's listen to what Dr. Phil had to say.
Bias by the moderators today, in y'all's opinion?
Let's just look at body language. Look at the facial expressions of people when they're looking at Trump. There was clearly a bias against Trump in their faces. Let's take my other opinion. This is all my opinion. There's a little bit of a thumb on the scale when you ask one person 2 questions in a row as the primary question, and it's a softball question. That feels like bias to me. I would challenge them to tell me why that's not bias if I were in his situation.
Mm-hmm. At the same time, we're seeing the commentators, they would be speaking at the same time President Trump was. So as he's trying to finish his answer, they would not only answer, they would keep talking as well. And you can tell, and I believe, if I'm correct here, the volume of his microphone might have been a little bit hotter than everybody else's. That's why he sounded so loud. He was speaking loudly, but I think you'll hear this when you listen back and forth. This is my opinion.
Well, let me remind everybody that Scott's a Grammy-nominated music producer, so he knows a little bit about sound.
So I pay attention to that stuff a little bit. So he sounded a little bit louder to me. So that whether that was on purpose to make him sound more aggressive, I don't know, but he was pretty loud in there.
Here were the questions until I had to walk over here. When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago? Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs? To Trump, why should women trust you on the issue of abortion? To Harris, why did the Biden administration wait until 6 months before the election to take action on immigration? To Trump, how would you deport 11 million undocumented immigrants? To Harris, why have so many of your policy positions changed? Fracking, assault rifles, the border. To Trump, is there anything you regret about what you did on January 6th? Do you acknowledge that...
That question was so loaded. What you did on January 6th, assuming he did something.
You lost the 2020 election. And in each of these questions to Trump, there were fact-check follow-up questions. And I didn't hear that to Harris.
Nor did I. And there's a way you ask a question. I interrogated people for a long time. And when you're doing that, you want to look at, how do I ask the question? Why didn't you say, why have you not done anything about the border, as opposed to Trump, didn't you? There's a more negative tone often towards Trump. At the end of the day, this is about finding out what they think and giving everybody a chance to understand it. And I thought it was a little heavy-handed at times, just my opinion.
It certainly was. It certainly was, of course. We did the watch party, and my personal opinion, at the watch party, it was a little hard to focus on what was going on in the debate. As you guys were watching, there was a lot of background noise. We had to adjust the volume, so I do apologize for that. So it did kind of distract from my focus in being able to really just take it all in. My initial thoughts were, this is what's interesting, my initial thoughts were, with all the distractions around me, was that, Trump had somewhat rambled in some of the questions and went into the default talking points and repeated himself a couple times. And I'm not sure why he did that, but on my way home from the watch party, I had about an hour drive, and I listened to the debate again on the radio, and it was a completely different experience. When you're listening to something as opposed to actually watching something, and you can focus 100% on the words that are being spoken, completely different perspective. Very much like the JFK debate against Richard Nixon. If you recall that, we did a class on that in television school many years ago, and it was a master class in the visual versus the audible debate format. Anyone who watched that debate on television said JFK won. Anyone who listened to it said that Nixon won. Very, very strange. So when I listened to it on the way home, I'm like, damn, Trump is nailing these points. So let's continue. Talk of a future debate is actually in the works, but now Donald Trump shutting down any future debates, releasing a scathing hit on Kamala. But here's what's interesting. This just came out. ABC whistleblower allegedly will release an affidavit claiming the Harris campaign was given sample questions that were essentially the same questions that were given during the debate, as well as assurances that Trump would be fact-checked and she would not. Now, this came out just 5 hours ago, and we are awaiting this affidavit to be presented. Now, this is an allegation. I want to make sure that's clear. So we are anxiously awaiting to see what that affidavit actually states and who is behind it. So a whistleblower is about to come forward. And that's, of course, everyone's questioning whether or not she received the questions in advance. This is a standard practice. If you recall, Donna Brazile gave the questions to Hillary Clinton years ago, later admitted to doing so and apologized for it. So this is standard practice. Kyle Becker, 5 hours following the ABC News debate scandal, Trump says there will be no third debate. Here's an interesting video that I pulled for you guys today. Footage has released, this is great, showing President Biden and Kamala Harris being met with silence when they enter a room full of firefighters. This is 7 hours ago. Donald Trump walked in behind them and was met to a standing ovation. Watch this. There they are, walking in. No reaction. Zero reaction.
There he is.
The people love President Trump, and they're tired of the lies and deception from the Harris campaign. We got more here. Now, this is interesting. Ann Vandersteel says that there are reports from inside the Harris camp says she is growing increasingly angry with her staff because she got no boost in the polls from the convention, no boost from her sit-down interview, and no boost from the debate. She says even the dumbest Americans can't be tricked into voting for her. That is what winning feels like. And that's why we need to make sure we are registered to vote. That's why we need to get out and vote and tell everyone to vote. Now, following the debate, Kamala, she ran from the press, but Donald Trump decided to just walk right into the spin room, answer questions. And during the debate, with even 94% negative coverage, this is what Trump had to say.
Let's talk about that. Did you have fun?
I had a good time. I think it was our best debate ever. I thought it was really good. We had 3 against 1, but I anticipated.
Let's talk about that. 3 against 1, and all of her radical positions they leave on the table.
Yeah. No, we had a lot of negative kind of stuff. Look, I saw on your show last night, they had 100% positive coverage on ABC. And I had 94% negative coverage.
93% negative.
I exaggerate.
You got an extra percent non-negative. Did you have fun?
That's what they do. What else have we got here? Some more fallout. The memes are strong after this debate. Here's one of them. Clearly, Donald Trump against 3. The best debate I ever had. Getting calls showing 92 to 6, 8, 11 great numbers. Let's listen.
11 was the best debate I've ever personally that I've had. We're getting polls that show 92 to 6, 88 to 11. We're having a lot of great polls that just came out. Phone calls and lots of other polls, but you see the polls. A very important debate. Now, she wants to do another one because she got beaten tonight, but I don't know.
Why wouldn't you look at her?
The polls are indicating that we got 90%, 60%, 72%, 71%, and 89%.
Where are you getting these numbers from?
Where are you getting these numbers from? They're fact-checking him there. God, I can't stand the press.
Beyond the polls, I felt very good. I had a good time doing it. I hate to speak about our country so negatively, but that's what happened. They ruined our country. They destroyed our country. So I hope you're all having a good time. But it was a very interesting.
Did she get on the?
It was the best debate I've ever personally that I've had.
So much to get into. Can't wait for that whistleblower to come forward. Let's see here. Mr. Reagan weighed in. Conservatives want to see Trump obliterate Kamala. Trump was 85% tonight. I have to agree with him. I don't think Trump was at his peak. I think that the fact that they swapped out Biden for Kamala, and with all of the ingrained rhetoric and talk of this all this time for Biden, it's you have to transition. You have to retrain your brain for a new opponent. And I think that this swap out was very difficult to adapt to. And also, I think there was some concern that he would come off as some kind of misogynist or some kind of, woman hater or something like that. I was concerned that they would play that card on him. So I think he was really trying to hold back on his direct attacks on her. Mr. Reagan says Kamala was 100%, but Kamala's 100% is like Trump's 20%, but she's being graded on a curve by both sides. 1 day ago, Fox News has proposed a second debate between Trump and Kamala to be held in October, moderated by Brett Baier and Martha McCallum. But Donald Trump does not want them to moderate the debate. He actually came out and said he did not want them to. And, well, here, listen.
Your best ever. Mr. President, I know when we started the interview, you said that you felt that you won the debate last night, your best ever. I think before the debate happened last night, the Kamala Harris people said that they would actually like to do another debate in October. And I know that last night Fox News sent letters to your campaign and her campaign offering 3 dates of debates moderated by Martha and Brett. One is October 9th in Arizona.
Well, I wouldn't want to have Martha and Brett. I'd love to have somebody else other than Martha and Brett. I'd love to have, frankly, Sean or Jesse or Laura. Somebody else. Let's give other people a shot. but I didn't think Martha and Brett were good last night. I thought Jesse was fantastic last night. What he said, Jesse really got it. Jesse said Trump won that debate. We won that debate by a lot. No, I wouldn't want Martha involved.
Okay.
I would.
Wow. Totally throwing them under the bus. That was wild to hear that. Megyn Kelly, she was on fire, obliterating the moderators at ABC, saying they're full of excrement, and they're trying to steal an election. Let's listen to what Megyn Kelly had to say.
Exactly. I'm disgusted. I'm ashamed of those moderators at ABC News. They did exactly what their bosses wanted them to do. The person who runs ABC News is a close personal friend of Kamala Harris, that is responsible for Kamala Harris and her husband meeting. And they did Dana Walden's bidding tonight. It was 3 against 1 on that debate stage this evening. Hi, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly, a special program tonight for you reacting to the debate. It was 3 against 1. It's very easy to look like you know what you're doing when both moderators are entirely on your side. Trump did the best he could under the circumstances, but it really was like 3 fighters in the ring pummeling one opponent. And Trump tried to take them all on. He did fine. He did as best as he could. He was thrown a few times to the point where he was unnecessarily defensive, and he was getting angry, and so was I. Were you? This was a mistake to trust ABC News with this debate. The Republicans must learn from this mistake. The same way the Democrats never agree to do anything with moderators they don't entirely trust. This should be the last time the Republicans ever do this, because those 2 moderators tried to sink Donald Trump tonight. The numerous fact checks on what he said and none on what she said. None. I don't remember a single fact check of anything she said, and she lied repeatedly. She just got away with it. In the moderator's eyes, that was Donald Trump's job to fact check her. That's correct. Except you didn't employ that same tactic when it came to Trump, and you accused him of lying even when it was your opinion that he lied. When Trump tried to say that his comment that he lost 2020 by a whisker was him being sarcastic, David Muir actually injected saying, I didn't hear sarcasm. Who gives a shit what you heard? Who died and left you political analyst in chief? You're supposed to be the objective news anchor of World News Tonight. That's a comment you make to your significant other, David. Not on the debates. It didn't sound like that to me. Shut up. That is inappropriate. It's not for you to make that call. Leave it up to Kamala Harris. Leave it up to people like me who will play the soundbite and let the audience decide. But you were out of line, and they did it to him over and over and over again. And the worst piece of all of this is the obvious tactic by ABC News, which was as follows. Mr. Trump, you said something incredibly controversial and terrible. Let me remind you of what it was. Do you have any regrets or thoughts on how terrible you were? Trump answers. Vice President Harris, how bad is Trump? And then she'd answer. It happened over and over again. That was the format. Mr. Trump, you're a piece of shit. Kamala Harris, isn't he a shit? Thank you. It was incredible. And then anything Trump said, fact check, fact check, fact check. And their fact checks were full of shit. I'm swearing even more than normal right now because I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm angry at them, at ABC, at my industry that I want nothing to do with. And I've never been happier to be outside and be able to say how I truly feel. And yes, even with some colorful words, because that's what the situation calls for. They're trying to steal this election. They're openly working to sink him. I think it was so bad, their bias against him and toward her, that it's going to backfire. I actually think the American public is going to see through this, and there's probably going to be some empathy for Trump. I'm disgusted.
I hope so. And you think about this. She was a moderator for a debate. She went head to head with Trump. I mean, they've since made up, but I mean, her insights are invaluable with this situation. And she saw it. I saw it. I couldn't believe she brings up the very fine people point. Kamala. No fact check. None at all. Trump war room. Last night, Kamala refused to explain why she caused historic inflation crisis, imported 20 million illegals to our country, supports barbaric late-term abortions. What she did do is lie a lot. Fake news. ABC moderators refused to fact-check Kamala. Hugh Hewitt weighing in on Fox Business.
Nor did the vice president did not answer one question, nor did ABC, which is owned by Disney, ask one question about China. Not one question. I was thinking of their theme parks, their merchandising. Yep. I'm thinking about the NBA. They didn't talk about China. Not one question about Iran. They did not bring up our hostage who was executed along with 5 others in Israel on the 10/7. I am so amazed at the unprofessionalism and the deeply disrespectful of America, as Katie mentioned, performance by ABC. I think by the weekend, Trump may have won this. It's a moving river of opinion that gathers force.
Certainly does. Oh boy. Oh, there's a lot to get to, my friends. We've got a lot here. Gunther Eagleman. 21 false claims and hoaxes by Kamala Harris. ABC debate moderators did not fact check. Here is the inflation rate under Trump and Biden. You can see that picture right there. There's more. Who believes, I'll ask you guys this, drop a comment. Who believes ABC already gave Kamala Harris the questions? Trump, ABC lost its credibility last night. Oh, this is interesting. CNN's Jake Tapper, in a shocking moment of journalism, slams Kamala for dodging multiple debate questions. Let's hear how CNN covered this.
Vice President Harris began the debate by punting the first question on the economy.
Do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid, and I am
in Canada.
Actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America.
It went on from there. Despite the economy being the #1 issue facing the country, the sitting vice president generally reverted to talking points about a few of her policy proposals. Even Harris allies today are saying that she needs to talk more about what she will do for Americans if elected. Senator Bernie Sanders will be here in a second to talk about more about the need for her to fill in some of those blanks. On the border, another vulnerable issue for Harris, she also dodged.
Would you have done anything differently from President Biden on this?
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings.
Okay, that wasn't the question. When asked how she would break through the Israel-Hamas war stalemate, Harris said this.
We need a ceasefire deal, and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that.
Okay, but again, how? Vice President Harris.
How, exactly? How will you do it? Interesting that Tim Kaine, he's now saying he's concerned about the state of the race. There's the panic mode.
I'm very concerned, and I tell people all the time, you know, somebody asked me in Chicago, what'd you learn from 2016? And I said, you can't win by a little, you got to win by a lot.
Yeah. The debate summed up by Tim Young, ABC moderators to Trump, you're horrible. Do you regret being horrible? ABC moderators to Kamala, what's your response to Trump being horrible? Let's see, we've got Real America's Voice. What's the media doing here? Listen.
What are they doing here? What was the goal? This is really the height of mainstream media bias against conservatives, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was definitely a 3-on-1, like, especially when you're going to take the premise of one of the candidates and be like, oh.
And you called into question a number of different questions, calling into questions the questions. What are they doing here? What was the goal? This is really the height of mainstream media bias against conservatives, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was definitely a 3-on-1, like, especially when you're going to take the premise of one of the candidates and be like, oh, this is a sales tax, and we're going to specifically use this phrase and make it seem like you have a policy of a 20% sales tax when that's not what it is. They can argue about it being added on later, but it is not a sales tax. And the whole thing is to take the Democrat talking point and make it the narrative and make that the issue in a debate and then broadcast it to millions of Americans as if that is the facts when it absolutely isn't.
All right, so this went on over and over again. I could play some of these. This is them on January 6th. Now, as if we got to bring up January 6th, I want to remind everybody, they didn't really talk about defunding the police yesterday. They didn't really talk about the Supreme Court packing ideas that Kamala Harris has. They didn't bring up any of these radical ideas that she has, but they bring up January 6th and they spend lots of time on abortion for President Trump, two issues that probably the majority of Americans we lose on. Not to say that we're wrong on, but the majority and the media knows this. So here's the question on January 6th.
The country and the world saw what played out at the Capitol that day, the officers coming under attack. Aides in the West Wing say you watched it unfold on television off the Oval Office. You did send out tweets, but it was more than 2 hours before you sent out that video message telling your supporters to go home. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
About what you did on that day?
You just said a thing that isn't covered. Peacefully and patriotically, I said during my speech, not later on.
So, Nick, let me ask you, what's your issue with the way he asked that question?
It's the accusatory nature of,
Bingo.
What did you do wrong? Do you regret anything? Especially when you had Trump during the debate point out that Kamala Harris endorsed and wanted people to donate to that defense fund in Minneapolis to get criminals out of the street who were destroying the city, committing crimes, hurting people. And she's sitting there going, no, I didn't. And the moderators did not fact check her at all. That was one of the big things that she needed to be fact checked on, because she absolutely did that. And the tweet promoting the fund is still up on her Twitter account.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. But of course, Donald Trump's closing arguments were very strong. I thought that the fact that he brought up the point of, you're in office now. You can go back to that glorious White House and you can assemble your team and you can put into action all of the promises you're making today. But why isn't she? I'm glad he brought that up. Elon Musk saying agreeing that this is the most egregious example of ABC debate moderators' direct action or inaction to affect viewers' perception.
It's capital.
Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job.
The question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi, but I do want Vice President Harris to respond here.
Wow.
I was at the Capitol on January 6th. I was the vice president-elect. I was also an acting senator. I was there. And on that day, the President of the United States incited a violent mob to attack our nation's capital, to desecrate our nation's capital. On that day, 140 law enforcement officers were injured, and some died. And understand, the former president has been indicted and impeached for exactly that reason. But this is not an isolated situation. Let's remember Charlottesville.
Here we go.
Where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches.
Here we go.
Spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember.
Where's the fact check, ABC? Where's the fact check? Even Snopes fact checked this.
That when it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you to stand for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end the chaos, and to end the approach that is about attacking the foundations of our democracy because you don't like the outcome. And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath. If this...
Yeah, he was talking about the auto industry.
The outcome of this election is not to his liking. Let's turn the page on this.
Wow.
Let's not go back. Let's chart a course for the future and not go backwards to the past.
Nancy,
do you have
lies, lies, and more lies all day long from that debate? It was a 3-on-1 against Trump. And now here's another meme. You can see it right there. Ha ha, I win. Do you regret being horrible? Orange man bad. That's the image they want to present to the American people. Now, there was talk, of course, of another debate, and doesn't appear that's going to happen. This is going viral right now.
Let me just say, ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They flipping cars in the middle of the street. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. And I don't know how, y'all can be comfortable with this. I don't know,
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being...
Yeah, so the city manager is going to go ahead and cover their ass, while the people are going into town halls and they're revealing the truth. They're going on social media revealing the truth. And of course, they're going to mock Donald Trump all day long for this.
Is to give a $50,000. My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction to startup small businesses. But we've got to increase the corporate tax rate. State taxes are going to have to go up. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people.
I will snatch their patent so that we will take over. The question is, do you have the will to do it? I have the will to do it.
The cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people.
Bidenomics is working. It's working. It's a term we're very proud of, I must tell you.
I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies. Now, I will tell you the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you.
It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and it's hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country.
I will not ban fracking. I'm in favor of banning fracking. It has to be legislation, but yes, and this is something I've taken on in California. I have a history of working on this issue. When it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace.
These dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again.
Name a favorite candidate. It used to be Joe Biden. Support Ms. Harris. So that is what we are going to do.
What I do offer is a new generation of leadership for our country. One who believes in what is possible. One who brings a sense of optimism.
We all sing happy tunes and sing Merry Christmas and wish each other Merry Christmas. How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program.
Mandatory.
Belittling and name-calling. Let's turn the page.
Don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
So the debate may be over, but the fallout is just beginning. Trump's refusal to participate in future debates is not a retreat, it's a power move. He's exposing the rot at the heart of our media institutions. ABC's credibility is in tatters, and the American people are waking up to the game. The establishment threw everything they had at Trump, and he is still standing tall. So this wasn't just a debate victory. It was a seismic shift in the political landscape. So stay tuned, folks, because this is only the beginning. All right, let's head into the chat room and see what you guys are saying, your reactions on all of this. This is demonic, says Hyro. Linda says the American people are tired of paying for freebies for non-Americans. Harris can take the money out of the democratic people. Let's see how quickly the freebies stop. Kamala has done nothing to help anyone. Betty says, Merry Christmas. How dare you say Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas. Another one, Tom Rivers. Nellie Girl says she wants to take away our free speech. Yes, she does. Vote President Trump. Ricky says, exactly, you don't have the $50K to spend, you won't get that deduction. What about her earbud earrings? Well, Suzette, we're going to talk about that in our next segment coming up. Because it looks like our tweet, we put out a post on X, and it stirred up some quite a bit of debate. We're gonna go into that. Okay, let's get into the next story. All right. Buckle up, America, because what's happening in Springfield, Ohio is nothing short of an invasion. A quiet Midwestern town, population 60,000, suddenly flooded with 15,000 Haitian migrants. The mainstream media tried to fact-check this story out of existence, but reality has a way of breaking through. We're talking about a crisis so severe that Governor Mike DeWine had to send in state troopers and millions in emergency funding, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. This story is coming out of Springfield. Make your hair stand on end. And while we're talking about hair-raising situations, let me tell you about something that is giving drivers across America peace of mind. Recent reports show that drivers with dash cams are 60% less likely to be found at fault in traffic accidents. That's right, 60%. It's like having a guardian angel on your dashboard. This easy-to-install device doesn't just record collisions, it's your 24/7 road security system. With 4K Ultra HD night vision motion detection, it's a must-have for anyone who values their safety and their wallet. Visit carvisionx.com now for free express shipping and exclusive bonuses. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect yourself today. So let's get into this now. Just a couple hours ago, Tim Walz went in front of an audience, and it was in Michigan, and the audience literally started chanting, "We're not eating cats."
And you tell me you had this on your bingo card, and they're eating cats, and they're eating cats. What would you say?
We're not eating cats. Springfield officials providing an update now. There was a bomb threat at multiple facilities Thursday morning. Listen to this.
I want to thank all of you for being here today, and I want to thank you for your patience. I'd like to reiterate that today we will not be taking any questions. Everyone that you see back here standing with me today played a vital role in our response. City of Springfield officials were alerted to a bomb threat by email message this morning at 8:24 a.m. The email was sent to multiple agencies and media outlets. This public safety threat prompted an immediate response from local and regional law enforcement and our public safety partners. We take all threats to public safety seriously, and our primary concern was the safety and well-being of all community members. Due to the serious nature of this threat, all of the occupied buildings were evacuated, and authorities investigated and cleared all facilities listed in the threat with the assistance of explosive detecting canines.
So, Springfield officials receiving bomb threats. They were closed, City Hall evacuated. Here's more from the local news.
Tara DeBoer, she joins us live now from Springfield with the very latest on this. Tara?
Yolanda, we're here outside of Springfield City Hall. It's still shut down for the day, along with several other buildings in this city. Now, we just heard from police about an hour ago. We weren't able to ask any questions, but here is what we know so far. They say that a bomb threat was sent via email this morning to several different organizations. That led to immediate police response from several law enforcement agencies. Springfield Police Chief Allison Elliott says the FBI is now helping investigate. Now, some of the locations that received that threat was Springfield City Hall, the BMV, an Ohio License Bureau, and a couple schools. Springfield is a very small, tight-knit community. The people we spoke to told us it's not common for a bomb threat to occur. Most people were shocked to hear what happened. James Stewart has lived in Springfield for most of his life, and he believes the recent political rhetoric has contributed to the threat today.
Springfield was a nice, quiet community, very open, very First Amendment type of a community where people can get out and do freedom of speech.
And I don't understand why there would be a bomb threat. I mean, what's going on with this country?
It's not working.
To bomb our own city hall? None of this makes any sense to me.
So, of course, they're already blaming Trump for that bomb threat. Here we go. Listen to this. This is at the White House today.
Ohio. During the debate, Trump spread false claims and lies about immigrants eating pets in Springfield, Ohio. The city manager disputed those false claims, and today, City Hall was evacuated after a bomb threat was sent to city agencies and media outlets. Does President Biden believe Trump's words and rhetoric contributed to those threats today?
So look, I want to be super mindful. We are aware of the
Listen to that question.
Reports of a bombing threat, as you just stated, in Springfield, Ohio. At City Hall, local police obviously is investigating the situation, and we encourage everyone to follow the public safety guidance. I don't want to speculate from here the source of the bomb threat, but I do want to take a step back. I think it's important that all of us take a step back here and just lean on the facts here. The Springfield, Ohio Police Department has debunked this very bizarre and very hateful smear that's out there. It is what is happening here is an attempt to tear apart communities and disrespect. Let's not forget also disrespecting law enforcement. And that is the opposite of what our country deserves. It is undignified and an insult to all of us as Americans, not just one community, but to all of us as Americans. And it is spreading filth that makes the lives of the communities that are being smeared here, it puts their lives in danger.
It puts their lives in danger. But what are the people really saying on the ground there? What are they actually saying? I mean, here we got Al Sharpton. Oh, goodness.
It is frightening to us. I'm here in Washington today at our National Action Network office, and yesterday was in the New York office meeting with Haitian leaders by Zoom, that there's genuine concern about where this could go, including some violence. When you're telling people,
here we go,
from a former president of the United States given credibility to this outright lie, this hallucination that there are Haitian immigrants. Let's not forget it. They're not just saying immigrants. They're being specific. Haitian immigrants that are eating your animals, your pets, your cats, your dogs. You're setting up for somebody to do something that is horrific at worst. And
he continues. He goes on and on and on. And, of course, there was this wonderful meme. Someone made this.
Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats.
Yes. The internet is a wonderful place, isn't it? Let me get into this point. Here's one person. Listen to this.
It's not funny.
You're not going to hear this on MSNBC or from the White House podium.
Ain't no joke. It's not funny. I really do not feel fucking safe here, bro. Like, everyone on TikTok, on Facebook, making these jokes thinking everything's fucking funny. Like, imagine you being homeless for a whole fucking year for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? This shit is not fun. This shit is not cool, bro. They really out here decapitating animals and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated on the fucking ground. Like, why are y'all thinking this shit's a joke? It's not a joke. I don't feel comfortable walking anywhere. Like, what the fuck? I should be able to feel safe in my own city. Everybody's fucking homeless out here. Ain't shit but fucking scary ass Haitians just lurking and creeping and shit. Y'all thinking this shit's motherfucking funny? Like, keep making this shit up. It's not made up, bro. This shit is real life. This shit is really affecting me. Like, what the fuck?
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, you can see the passion there and the fear that young woman has. And that she just posted that to TikTok. That's just one person. Here we go. David Harris Jr. They fact-checked Donald Trump for this during the debate. I wish the media would just do its job. Police audio report confirm Haitian goose hunting in Ohio. Listen to this.
My orientation.
Clark County Communications.
Yes, ma'am. I got a question. This is a non-emergency line, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm sitting here. I'm riding on the trail going to my orientation for my job today. And I see a group of Haitian people. There was about 4 of them. They all had geese in their hand. They got away. I couldn't make out the first 3 of the license plate, but I got the numbers. The last numbers was 9898, and it was a gray Toyota Tacoma they took off on. There was about 4 of them. There was 2 men, 2 women. I couldn't tell the age because I'm in a hurry going to this orientation, so I don't be late.
What direction did they go?
They went up towards the middle of towards downtown.
Okay, and what path are you on?
Right now, hold on just a second. I'm coming to the intersection of. Give me a second here. It says Water and Warder Street.
Water and Warder. Is that the area you saw them?
Yes. It was about 2 minutes back behind me. I was trying to get my phone out and trying to make it to this orientation on time. I'm time crunching here. And I saw that. I'm like, yeah, this has got to be reported.
So how many geese did they have?
They each had 1. Now, the Toyota Tacoma did look like a newer model.
And what's your name, sir?
My name is... It's hot out here today.
I'm sorry, what's your last name again? Your phone number is that... Okay, we will put this out to our cars and see if we can't find them. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. And if I happen to see them again, I'll try to give you a call back and get a better license plate for you.
There you go. There's a police call. Walking off with geese in their hands. It's not just in Springfield. Low-income town of 4,000, the immigrant population increased by 2,000% over the past 2 years. It's almost all Haitians. The Wiener Circle in Chicago, always one for making jokes, tells us we can eat dogs there. Here is Major Garrett talking to Governor DeWine today.
Yes, it's a while ago. You and I have known each other a long time. You may not remember it, but I do. I covered your first campaign for the United States Senate back in 1992. And Governor, I never thought, yes, it's a while ago, I never thought I would ask you a question like this. Is anyone with undocumented status in Ohio, is any legal citizen resident of Ohio eating dogs or cats illegally?
Well, Major, this is something that came up on the internet, and the internet can be quite crazy sometimes. And look, the mayor, Mayor Rue of Springfield, says no, there's no truth in that. They have no evidence of that at all. So I think we go with what the mayor says. He knows his city.
And there is a case in Dayton of a woman with mental health issues being alleged to have eaten a neighbor's cat, but she lived in Ohio, not an immigrant. And my reason of bringing this up, not only because the former president did it, but you have an immigration situation in Springfield. It's a serious one. It's an interesting one. Population about 58,000, about 15 to 20,000 Haitians under temporary protected status in Springfield. A good number of them, as I understand, Governor, have gone through the application process to get temporary work permits, are working, and in some cases relieving kind of a labor shortage there. But there have been other issues, health, some safety issues that you've tried to bring attention to. Would you not prefer, Governor, a more coherent conversation about immigration in Springfield, Ohio than was heard last night on the debate stage?
Oh, wow.
Well, Major, I think there's a couple things to be said about what's been going on in Springfield. And you pointed out the numbers. You know, when you put 15,000 people on top in a period of a couple of years on top of a population of 58,000, that's not just the normal, you know, increase that we expect to see in regard to immigration. This is a massive number of people coming in. And I think it raises a couple of questions. For us in Ohio, we're seeing a couple major challenges to go with this. And you're right, these Haitians came in here to work because there were jobs, and they have filled a lot of jobs. And if you talk to the employers, they've done a very, very good job, and they work very, very hard. But it raises a couple of questions. One is a health issue. As you know, Haiti is not a country that has very good health care. And since the assassination of the president several years ago, the doctors who were there, many of them, most of them have already left. So you've got people coming in from a country that don't really have good health care. And so it raises issues about getting them vaccinated, getting their children vaccinated. So it's put a real pressure on primary care. And so what we announced yesterday was, you know, we're going to try to take some federal dollars if they're eligible. If they're not, we're going to have to spend it ourselves and put about $2.5 million in, you know, to assist the local community to expand that primary health care. The other problem is driving. Again, Haiti is not a country that many people don't drive at all. There aren't that many cars per capita. And people who do drive, you know, the laws in Haiti are very, very different than they are in the United States. My wife, Fran, I've been in Haiti a number of times, and driving is just very, very different. So the challenge is to get training, driver's training for these individuals so that when they do go on the road, you know, they will be safe.
And they won't be flipping cars, right? Of course, that is what we're hearing from people on the ground there. That's exactly what's happening. And of course, Dana Bash weighs in.
People of color are eating your pets. That's racism. Coming up, Americans weigh.
There you go. Of course, that's exactly what it is. And in case you missed this, here's Eric Swalwell melting down over the memes.
And what in the hell is this? The chairman tweets, "Protect our ducks and kittens in Ohio," because he goes down some crazy rabbit hole, completely debunked that aliens are eating pets. My God, are you okay, Mr. Chairman? Because last year, for a very long time, you tweeted and promoted Kanye West as he was calling for genocide against the Jews, and you kept it up. And now, when we have victims coming here, you're tweeting this nonsense. I don't know why you would do this. I hope you're okay. I don't know if the aliens who are eating your ducks are in the room with us right now. But, Mr. Chairman, this is a serious issue. These people have loved ones who have been lost.
Wow, Eric Swalwell does not know how to digest a meme. And as I brought up yesterday, yeah, Springfield, Ohio is now called Little Haiti. Here is, okay, we just played that clip for you guys. Here's something interesting from Drew Hernandez. He posted this 2 days ago. He says he's been to Haiti on mission trips. He's been to some of the hardest villages and communities in the nation where thousands of people share a tiny well of water for a month. He says, I'll never forget my first night when the clock struck midnight. Out of nowhere, you hear an uprising of thousands of people, the entire city all around you chanting and screaming, led by about 4 or 5 witch doctors throughout the city. From 12 p.m. to 4 a.m., they sacrifice animals, and they also eat them to survive. He could hear cats, dogs, pigs, you name it, all screaming, being slaughtered throughout the night. So to hear reports of Haitians doing this kind of stuff in Ohio is absolutely no surprise to me. That's Drew Hernandez posting that just 2 days ago when all this started breaking. And the city of Springfield, Ohio informed the U.S. government they could not meet the demands of the Haitians who have overrun their city. Instead of contacting, this is really curious, instead of contacting their own senator, J.D. Vance, they contacted a senator from another state. Why would they do that? Absolutely bizarre. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine sending $2.5 million in state troopers to Springfield after illegal migrants take over. But wait, I thought the media said the town's migrant crisis was fake news. Let's take a look at some of this. Here's some of the car accidents that are being presented all over social media. Because, as you heard the governor say, they don't know how to drive in Haiti. And apparently they don't know how to drive in Springfield, Ohio either. Now, the state troopers are being called in. Millions of dollars are being redirected. Listen to this guy.
Bunch of cats. We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. No.
You don't mess around.
So, what do you guys think? Huh? So, what's happening in Springfield isn't just a local issue. It's a glimpse into America's future if we don't act now. The Biden administration has opened the floodgates, and small-town America is drowning. But here's the real kicker. While the media was busy fact-checking Trump during his debate comments, they missed the real story. Citizens are rising up. They're demanding action and exposing the truth. It's not just about Springfield anymore. It's about every town in America. The question is, are we going to let it happen to us? All right, let's check in with your comments. Let's see what you're all saying here in the chat. There it is. Mr. RC51 says PETA is laughing. I watched a video, says screw plan playbook. Cop arrest a woman for killing a cat and eating it. Yeah, we played that clip the other day. Cats, it's what's for dinner. Yeah, I posted a response to someone. I said, cats, the other white meat, right? Anthony says, there are no rabbit holes to go down in Springfield because they've all been eaten. Wait until they start their witchcraft and their voodoo. No, thank you. Ernest says the Vietnamese eat dogs all the time. Why would Swallowswell not understand this? Wow. Yeah, where is PETA? Where is PETA? Who knows? Okay, folks, this is what you guys have been waiting for. And we're going to get into this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen some political scandals in our time, but this one takes the cake, or should I say it takes the earring. We're talking about Earring Gate. And during the debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, eagle-eyed viewers noticed something odd about Kamala Harris' pearl earrings. Tiffany's finest or high-tech help? The resemblance to certain audio devices is, shall we say, striking. And folks, we're not the only ones who have noticed. Even the company that makes these audio earrings is raising eyebrows of their own. Speaking of raising eyebrows, let me tell you about something that's making jaws drop across America. Now, you've heard of Chuck Norris, right? The man, the myth, the legend. Well, at 84 years old, he's still kicking butt and taking names. His secret? One simple change that's got him feeling like he's back in his 50s, and it's not just him, it's his wife as well, feeling a decade younger and more energetic than ever. And he's made a special video that's explaining it all, and trust me, you will not believe how simple it is. Head over to chuckdefense.com/next or click the link below. It's time to reclaim your youth, my friends. All right, let's get into this story. Now, yesterday, I posed a question, and apparently triggered quite a few people on X over this. My post got 28,000 impressions. Kamala's Nova H1 audio earrings. It would be a shame if they got a ton of inquiries at the email listed on their website. And here is what they look like. Tech meets jewelry, audio earrings. And here is a video promoting them. Pretty fancy, clip-on earrings. So I dug a little deeper. You can obviously see here is the earring in question that she was wearing. And then we posted the screenshot of the website where you can ask the question. And certainly a lot of people weighed in. And looks like they got your emails because the company has responded to the theory that Harris wore audio earrings at the debate, stating the resemblance is striking. Now, of course, people said I was spreading lies and misinformation because I simply asked a question. And I told him, what, we're not allowed to ask questions? And he says, spend more than 2 seconds, you can tell these are not Nova earrings. You're either willfully negligent or ignorant, just my opinion. So questions no longer permissible, right? And he said, of course not, especially by bad faith Fs like you. And I said, sorry you feel that way. Maybe this tasty treat will cheer you up. Yeah, enjoy a bag. Now, what happened here? The company says that Kamala Harris debate earrings are strikingly similar to its Bluetooth device, offers to make ones for Trump. New York Post. Ricky Vaughn saying, no, those earrings Kamala wore were not earpieces. They were just $5,000 Tiffany earrings worn by a woman who claims that she's poor just like you. Let's not even discuss the $18,000 Tiffany necklace that she was wearing. 2 pieces of jewelry that cost more than most people that she wants to vote for make in a year. But she's just like you. Yeah. So they're saying that they were Tiffany earrings. And the earring brand was apparently about $3,300. That's how much the earrings cost. Real America's Voice put out a poll. What are your thoughts on claims that Kamala was wearing audio earrings? 80% said they believe it. 4% don't. 13 undecided. Others see comment. And here is what's... If $800 earrings make Kamala out of touch, what does a $350 million estate on the ocean make someone? Asking for a friend. Now, if you look, you can clearly see that there are 2, I don't know how you describe that, 2 posts coming off of the earring. And then here is the actual earring itself from Tiffany & Company. Now, these appear to be the silver brand at $800. I believe she was wearing the gold brand. So while everyone's out there freaking out about these earrings, I don't think it's not a question that shouldn't be asked. It's not. I mean, even Barack Obama has stated in the past that he would love to have a candidate he could just whisper in an earpiece. We've all seen the clip. But this was a huge debate that was going on since the debate ended. The Nova H1 audio earrings, the first and only wireless earphones embedded in a pair of pearl earrings on a gold or silver-plated clip. So, I mean, you can see it. I do not believe that this was the Nova earring. My initial thoughts, at first glance, yes, I believe it was. But when you take a closer look at the earring itself, it does not have the same gold. I don't know what you call posts, if you will. What many people noticed was the earrings Kamala wore. Did she cheat? Sunshine Kid. Now, I mean, here's one person you can see. You can see they're wearing the earrings in this video. I don't believe that these are the ones that Kamala Harris was wearing. So, here you go. Here you go again. 925 silver hardware. That looks like what she was wearing. Here's the gold version. Very similar. But let's take a look exactly what the New York Post had to say. Company says Kamala Harris debate earrings strikingly similar. Tech company has added fuel to the Kamala Harris earring conspiracy after quipping that her debate night jewelry is strikingly similar to the Bluetooth devices it makes, and even has offered to design orange ones for Donald Trump. Claims that Harris was fitted with clip-on audio headphones disguised as pearl earrings for her showdown against Trump have been spreading like wildfire. Now the Germany-based company, Icebox Sound Solutions, has weighed in, claiming the vice president was wearing on the claim the vice president was wearing a pair of its Bluetooth devices. Where's the rest of the ad? There we go. We do not know whether Ms. Harris wore one of our products. The resemblance is striking, and while our product was not specifically developed for use at presidential debates, it's nonetheless suited for it. That's what their managing director said in a tongue-in-cheek statement. To ensure a level playing field for both candidates, we are currently developing a male version and will soon be able to offer it to the Trump campaign. The choice of color is a bit challenging, though, as orange does not go well with a lot of colors. Meanwhile, the company is also about to clear up the rumors and myths surrounding the wonderful products during a forthcoming appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. So, I mean, they did not help the situation with their comments here. We do not know. The resemblance is striking. But to ensure a level playing field for both candidates, we're currently developing a male version. It's almost as if they're saying that she was wearing it. But, again, this is a tongue-in-cheek statement to the tech outlet Tom's Guide. So what do you guys believe? Do you believe that she wasn't wearing these, or do you think she was? Here's a poll. I believe it, I don't. Comment below. What do you tell me? But personally, I do not think that she was actually wearing it, but I don't think it's outside of the realm of reality that she would wear a device like that. So, here's the bottom line. If Kamala Harris did use an audio device during the debate, it's not just cheating, it's a slap in the face to every American who expects honesty from their leaders. But even if she didn't, the fact that it's so believable speaks volumes. When we can't trust our own eyes, when we're constantly questioning the integrity of our highest officials, that's when we know we're in trouble. It's not just about earrings. It's about trust, honesty, and the very foundations of our republic. So weigh in the comments below. What do you think? All right. What do you guys think in the comments? Oh, I forgot to mention the contest. Oh my goodness, I forgot to mention the contest. Okay. Darn it. I wanted to do this at the beginning of the show, but I forgot to do it. Brian, is that contest software running or no? Do you have to turn it on? There's about 3,400 people watching that could be possible contenders. Okay, check and see if the contest software is open, because I want to make sure if anyone is... Okay, so here's the deal. Brian's going to check right now. I should have done this earlier, but I forgot. So if you are going to be in the Milwaukee area on Monday and you want a chance to go see Tucker Carlson, RFK Jr., and Larry Elder live in Milwaukee, this is what we're going to do. Yeah, but I only want you to comment this specific phrase if you are actually eligible to go. Okay? Only if you're in the Milwaukee area, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If you're in, the North Chicago area, or if you're in driving distance, if you're in Milwaukee, we're giving away 4 tickets to go see Tucker Carlson. So you, 3 of your friends, can go see Tucker. I will be there. My wife will be there. We'll have a team. We're planning to, we're trying to get an interview with Tucker and RFK and Larry Elder, and there's going to be a special guest. I've been told, they told me who it was. I'm not allowed to tell you who it is yet, but there will be a special guest. Brian's checking. So, 4 free tickets to go see Tucker Carlson in Milwaukee. Okay, so here's the deal. If you are eligible, if you want, we're gonna pick somebody random from the chat room. Type in "pick me" with a capital P, and then we will choose you randomly. It's got to be, you got to type in "pick me" with a capital P. All right? And we're going to give you 4 free tickets. Now, Francesca, you have to type it. I don't think it's all caps. You have to say capital P. Okay? Only if you are eligible. I don't want these tickets to go to waste. All right? 4 free tickets. And then, Brian, how are we going to notify the winner? I guess we'll have to just tell them they can email me. Okay. So at the end of the show, we will pick the winner. So don't go anywhere. We're not going to pick it right now. We want to give everybody a chance. We got another story we got to get into. So I want to make sure everyone has a chance. 4 free tickets, Tucker Carlson, RFK Jr., and Larry Elder in Milwaukee on Monday. That's coming up. Okay? You got to be in the Milwaukee area. At the end of the show, you have to be here. You can't leave. I'm sorry, but you can't leave. You can't go anywhere. It's Hotel California. And we will notify you. Okay. Yes, Ricky, pick me with a capital P. Yes, I get it. Okay. Right. Pick me. Okay. Brian, let's get to this next topic and stick around after this story. We will reveal the winner. 4 free tickets to Tucker Carlson Monday. Folks, the numbers are in, and they're sending shockwaves through the Democrat establishment. Despite the media's best efforts to prop up Kamala Harris, the American people are not buying it. We're seeing a seismic shift in polling data that has left in full panic mode. From bellwether counties flipping red to nationwide trends, it's clear that the silent majority is roaring back. But here's the kicker. It's not just about numbers. It's about a movement, a groundswell of support the mainstream media can't ignore any longer. And speaking of ignoring pain, let me tell you about the breakthrough that's changing lives across America. We all know the horrors of the opioid crisis, but what if I told you there's a 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief? I'm talking about Clonidine, folks. It's so powerful that UFC fighters swear by it, and now it's available to you. Now, this is not just another supplement. It's a revolution in pain management, and the best part, when you click the link below right now, you can try it risk-free for 90 days at less than $1 per day. Don't let pain control your life any longer. Go to trycono.com/NNN right now. It's linked below. Okay, let's get into this story. Trump remains the favorite in the Nate Silver election model after new polls were released today. The big picture, who is favored to win the presidency? Trump's at 61.6% to Harris 38.1%. This is according to the Silver Bulletin released just 1 day ago. Political polls, general election, a little bit tighter. 8 hours ago shows Trump at 49% to Harris 47%. Trump is up 2, and the last poll showed him up 1, so he is up. This is according to a new Rasmussen poll. This is also really good news. New registration data for August shows that Republicans have registered 141,000 new Republican voters. Democrats only 61,000. Another poll. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? According to RMG, 57% of Americans are now saying no. They're not better off. Calvin Coolidge Project. President Trump has a massive lead with both white evangelical Christians and white Catholics. Look at that. Trump is at 82% to Harris at 16%. Catholics, he's up 61 to Harris 38. This is according to the Pew Research Center. More good news. Democrats are giving up in Florida. According to Breitbart, Democrats are no longer spending in Florida. They have surrendered the state to Republicans. Now, I want to play a clip here. Okay. This is real-time data during the debate, real-time footage of President Trump winning the debate. And watch how the numbers, now this is a shorter clip. We have a longer clip that's going to give you much deeper perspective, but this is Fox Business. It's about 60 seconds.
Something that people don't understand. Red is the Republican. I'm going to say yellow must be independent. Blue must be Democrat. Wait a minute. That yellow independent line is moving Republican. The blue line is flattening. Wait a second. Holy cow. So independents, that's very interesting. Independents, thought Trump did pretty well.
And this is exactly what we saw in 2016. In 2016, we saw the independents went lock and step with Republicans the entire time with Donald Trump. He did not have that in 2020. We didn't see it at all.
Wow.
We saw it again now, and I think it's a big difference. There's something that people don't understand is that more than 68% of Americans want change from how things are right now. Peter Ducey's right. People don't want the status quo. She's changed her slogan to moving forward because that's what people want. But how does she represent change? She hasn't answered that question. And I think it's a really big problem for her. People want to go back to the way things were under Donald Trump. They felt better. The economy was better. Immigration felt better. A lot of things felt better to them. So they're ready to go back.
Certainly. A lot of Americans are. Roger Stone weighing in. This is what he was waiting to see 5 hours ago. Tony Fabrizio, he says, who he's worked with and who he believes is the single best pollster in the Republican Party, if not the nation, who also polls for the Wall Street Journal, has President Trump up 3% with a decisive lead among independents. The ABC mugging designed to destroy Trump failed even when Kamala had the questions in advance. Now, this next clip is actually much longer, but you can hear what's being said, and you can watch how the independents track with the Republican voters. The independents plunge alongside Republicans when Harris speaks. They don't love Trump as much as Republicans. They surge as soon as Trump starts talking, and not like he's winning over new people with his words. This is Ryan Saavedra. Independents tracked almost perfectly with Republicans during the debate. Let's watch some of this now.
Have described. So Donald Trump has no plan for you. And when you look at his economic plan, it's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy, and the best economists in our country, if not the world, have reviewed our relative plans for the future of America. What Goldman Sachs has said is that Donald Trump's plan would make the economy worse. Mine would strengthen the economy. What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually explode the deficit. 16 Nobel laureates have described his economic plan as something that would increase inflation and by the middle of next year would invite a recession.
It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country. And just to finish off, she doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. 4 sentences that are just, oh, we'll try and lower taxes. She doesn't have a plan. They had the highest inflation perhaps in the history of our country, because I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else. The people of our country are absolutely dying with what they've done. They've destroyed the economy.
So my values have not changed, and I'm going to discuss at least every point that you've made. But in particular, let's talk about fracking, because we're here in Pennsylvania. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States. And in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking. My position is that we have got to invest in diverse sources of energy so we reduce our reliance on foreign oil.
Defund the police. She's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out in Minnesota and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one.
So again, you saw
criminals off the street, and they've given them to her to put into our country. And this will be one of the greatest mistakes in history for them to allow. And I think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not worth it, because they're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in, and all over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
So you can see the tracking very clearly that independents are tracking with Republicans. So that's a really, really good sign. Rasmussen posted a new video on YouTube. Trump regains momentum, opens up a lead. They posted this. Election 2024, Trump at 49, Harris at 47. The race for the White House continues to be close as former President Donald Trump holds a 2-point lead over Harris. This I thought was really interesting, and I want to bring this to your attention. A key U.S. bellwether county bolts to the right, according to early mail-in data. The net GOP shift, Republicans up 11.5%. Duval County correctly voted for the presidential winner nationwide in 16 and in 20, and notably in 2022 showed Florida's right-wing shift. Here's the data. Mail requests shift from 2020. Democrats down 4%, Republicans up 7%. We're seeing something similar statewide as was posted yesterday. However, things may have worsened for Democrats. The data posted yesterday, actually as of August 22nd, the Duval data this morning. Now, Florida did shift GOP from 2020, no question, but the state did not shift nearly 12 points. Republican, more like 7.5. The enthusiasm gap here on top of GOP registration gains 4 to 5 points. 4 to 5 points, very suspiciously, the national popular shift from 2020 we've been seeing in lots of polling data between Trump versus Harris. Additional note, Duval mail-ins are currently redder than 2022 as well, and the trend in Duval is basically matching statewide. So this is all very good news. Now here's the reality, America. The polls aren't just numbers. They're a reflection of a nation that's waking up. From key battleground states to traditionally blue strongholds, we're seeing a red wave that's building. But remember, polls don't vote, people do, and that is where you come in. This momentum, this energy we're seeing, it's all because of you, the American people, standing up and making your voices heard. And the elites are trembling because they know their time is up. The silent majority is silent no more. Okay, so who is going to be the winner of our giveaway? And we're going to be giving away tickets tomorrow. So if you didn't win tonight, you have a chance tomorrow to win. I'm so sorry I didn't bring this up at the beginning of the show. My bad. But we will be doing it tomorrow. Brian, remind me to do this tomorrow because we're going to be giving away 4 more tickets. Okay, so if you want to win, again, you have to type in with a capital P, pick me. This is the last time I'm going to say it. Don't do it more than once. If you missed that earlier, 4 free tickets for you, 3 of your friends, to see Tucker Carlson, RFK Jr., and Larry Elder, and a special guest on Monday in Milwaukee. We're giving them away. We're going to announce the winner. You have to be in the Milwaukee area or within driving distance. We don't want to just pick someone who's not able to go. We want to make sure you can make it. And then we will email you the specifics. I will need your name, and the tickets will be for you at will call. All right? So, Brian, should we close the contest and pick a winner? Okay. Kathleen is asking what giveaway. We're giving away tickets to Tucker Carlson in Milwaukee with RFK Jr. and Larry Elder. I will also be there with Angie. We'll be covering it. We have backstage access, I believe, to get some interviews for you guys on the State of the Union. Okay. Okay, Brian's going to pick a winner. Let's see who we've got. Edward Nash is the winner. Edward, are you there? Edward? Edward, you better comment quickly. Edward Nash, you won the giveaway. Where are you, Edward? I hope you stuck around. Where are you, Edward? Edward Nash, you won the giveaway. Edward, we're all waiting for you. I don't see Edward Nash. Maybe he's a slow typer, says Shannon. Edward Nash, where are you? Okay. Let's see. Edward, where are you? Oh, man, this is killing me. I'm not seeing him. Wait. Oh, I see Edward Kathleen Norton. I thought I said Edward Norton. Okay. Brian, what happens if this person doesn't show up? Do we pick some? Okay. All right, Edward, we're going to have to give him away. Someone else. We're going to have to redraw. All right, Eddie, I'm sorry. Let's see. Last call, Eddie. Hang on, Brian. Last call, Edward. All right. I think Edward left, sadly. Okay, pick someone else. Blue Sting 2009. Blue Sting 2009. You are the winner. Sorry, Edward. Okay, where's Blue Sting? Come on down. That's right. Someone's going to win these tickets tonight. Blue Sting, you better step up. I'm not seeing Blue Sting either. My goodness. Blue Sting 2009, where are you at? Oh boy. Not seeing Blue Sting. Wow. Okay, well, looks like Blue Sting just got stung. Okay. All right, well, 2 down. Someone's going to win tonight. Oh, wait. Blue Sting 2009? I need to withdraw. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're going to have to back out. I understand. Whatever. It is what it is. Blue Sting is withdrawing from the running. Okay, Brian, pick another one. Pick another. Ricky 2 is our new winner. Where is the Nightbot notifying us? Ricky 2. Here we go. Ricky. Ricky II or Ricky LL or Ricky 2. There's Ricky 2. There he is. Ricky 2, he said needs to withdraw. Ricky, are you not able to do this either? What? Ricky, are you in or out? What's going on here? Okay. Ricky LL. Ricky, I see you did post. So I need to confirm because your comment was a little confusing. Come on, guys. I see them. Okay, wait. I'm here. Okay. So Ricky, are you good to go? Are you good? Ricky's here? All right. Ricky, send me an email to... Here, I'll put it up on my... Okay. I'm going to give you my email, Ricky. You just won 4 tickets to see Tucker Carlson and RFK Jr. and Larry Elder. Oh, Ricky can't do it? Wait. What do you mean? Why? Wait, Ricky said give it to Carla? Okay, who's Carla? Okay. Carla Steinmadashi. Okay, Carla. Ricky has given you the tickets. Okay. Okay, here we go. Carla Steinmadashi. Okay, Carla, send me an email. Let's get that. Carla, send me an email. Okay, send an email to Gary at nextnewsnetwork.com. Okay, Carla. Send me an email as soon as you can. And Carla, you're the next winner on the Gary Show. All right, Carla. Congratulations. Carla has won the tickets. Thank you, Ricky, for giving Carla your tickets. Yeah, Travis, I know. It was kind of a cluster. We try our best here. We've never done this before, so. Yeah. Okay, I saw that. Okay. Carla, did you get that email? Did you get that message? I'm going to pin that comment. Okay, Carla, I pinned my email at the top. Make sure you get it. Make sure you email me, and I will need your full name, and I will make sure we get those for you at Will Call on Monday. Okay? All right. We did our best. Okay. And tomorrow we will be giving 4 more tickets away to the show. All right. That was fun. Okay, now let's check into the feed itself and see what the latest news is on the X feed. Okay, James Wood, 20 seconds ago. Hollywood kills everything Will added to the updated Roadblock playlist at midnight if you're a subscriber. I'm not sure what that means. James Wood. Gunther Eagleman, residents in Springfield, have drafted a petition for a recall of the entire city council over the Haitian migrant crisis. Let's see what else here. What's going on in this video? Adults always know better. What? Come on. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Drew Hernandez, 8 minutes ago, the spiritual consequences in Ohio will begin to arise. Haitians bring witchcraft with them. The full interface with demonic begins, accompanied by manifestation. Any Christian missionary that's been to Haiti knows what I'm talking about. Oh, wow. Let's see. Donald Trump Truth Social post 2 minutes ago. Posting who won the debate. Wall Street Silver's poll says Donald Trump. Leading report says Donald Trump. Nice. Posting tweet polls. Team Trump Reclaim America tour. This is going to be Saturday, September 14th. Robert F. Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard this Saturday in Glendale, Arizona. Let's see if there's anything about Tucker, RFK, Milwaukee going on here. What is the latest? Okay, Tucker's live tour in Milwaukee, September 16th. Special guests for the evening will be RFK Jr. and Larry Elder. I just got tickets for Milwaukee, says Woodstock Angel. RFK Jr. will be joining Larry Elder and Tucker Carlson on stage in Milwaukee. Today marks the beginning of Tucker's nationwide tour, taking place all month long. RFK joining Larry Elder, Tucker Carlson, Milwaukee, September 16th. It's going to be awesome. Now, I've interviewed Larry Elder before. I've interviewed RFK Jr. before. I've never interviewed Tucker. I've met him a couple times. Met him at CPAC one year. Met him at Ron Paul's Rally for the Republic one year. So, we'll give away some more tickets tomorrow. Maybe we'll give away more. Carla, you got 4 tickets. Make sure you email me. I'm going to check my email right now and see if you, in fact, did. I hope you did. Carla. There she is. Okay. So, is that your actual name? Stamen Dashi? That you just... Okay. You got it, Carla. 4 tickets coming your way. Right, I will forward that on to our team. And you are the winner tonight. So, folks, we've come to the end of another explosive edition of Raw Feed, and what a ride it's been. And to recap what we've uncovered, we've seen how the so-called presidential debate was nothing more than a hit job on Donald Trump, with ABC News playing the role of Kamala Harris' personal PR team. Yet, despite their best efforts, Trump emerged victorious in the court of public opinion. We've exposed the shocking reality of what's happening in Springfield, Ohio, a small American town overwhelmed by a migrant crisis that the mainstream media is desperately trying to sweep under the rug. The stories we've heard should be a wake-up call for every American who cares about the future of this nation. We've also delved into the earring gate, a scandal that, whether true or not, speaks volumes about the state of trust in our highest offices. When we're questioning whether the vice president is wearing secret audio devices during a debate, you know that we've entered uncharted territory. And finally, we've seen the polls that are sending Democrats into a tailspin. The numbers don't lie, even if the media does. And they're showing a clear trend towards Trump and away from failed policies of the current administration. But remember one thing, okay? None of this matters if we don't act. This show, this platform, this fight for truth, it all depends on you, and we need your support to keep going, to keep exposing the stories they don't want told. There's a donation link in the description. Every dollar helps us stay on the air, stay independent, and keep bringing you the real news. This is not just a show, it's a movement, and it's growing stronger every day thanks to patriots like you. So stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. The fight for America's soul is just beginning, and we're counting on you to be there with us every single step of the way. Until next time, this is the Raw Feed. Good night, and God bless America, and good luck tomorrow. We'll see who the winner is on tomorrow's giveaway for Tucker tickets. Good night.